those light bearers again. The torch bearers. Guys, I love that. We'll see if that comes back out too. It's a lovely day. By the way, guys, it is Toad Talk Tuesday. So if you want a chance to get to talk to me in person, get a mini reading from me for very cheap, all right? It's by donation. If you want to chat, if you want to see what I do, if you want to see how I do it, if you want to learn, if you want to grow, if you want to share, if you want to make friends, come down to Culture Shrooms, 4 to 6 on the plaza. It's a donation-based oracle group. I don't know what to call it. I get weird, I channel. You get to sit in the hot seat. You get to ask me questions. I get to give you some insight. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Toad Talk Tuesday. Time to get your face melted. You want to get your face melted? Come on down. Bring a friend. Andromeda. What is up with her? We need one more. Why is she out again today? We just got some Aries, some strong Aries watching, I guess. Someone maybe with something around 10 Aries or in the first 10 degrees of Aries. What else? Always got Leos watching too. I got these hot signs. Ascendant. Who? Who's ascendant? What ascendant? Ah! Cancer. Cancer rising. There's Cancer again. Okay, yep. Oh, well, it makes sense that Cancer comes out because, you know what I was thinking of this morning? We had the moon conjunct Jupiter this morning between like 5 and 6 a.m. here in the Pacific Coast. And so I was thinking someone might have had some crazy dreams, especially the Cancers. If you're a Cancer rising, I bet you were having some dreams. So maybe that's all we need to say today is that the moon went conjunct with Jupiter this morning. It could have been expanding your dreams, expanding your emotions. If you were sleeping, if you were awake, it could have just been expanding your emotions. And then it's also going to be moving through a square with Mars today. Moon squaring Mars. That could cause some emotion too, right? Especially opposite Chiron. It'll definitely anchor that home. It'll definitely anchor that transit that we were talking about yesterday into your reality. What's the tarot got to say today? What's the story, Morning Glory? 6 of Pentacles. Reversed. 3 of Wands reversed. Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Wands reversed. Let's say. Queen of Confidence. She's not feeling very confident today. With the 6 of Pentacles, we have the Tower. With the 3 of Wands, we have the 8 of Swords. With the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Swords. 7 of Cups with the Queen of Wands. Please clarify the Knight of Pentacles. We got the Star and the Hermit. Someone's unable to see what opportunities are coming to them. They're unable to allow the expansion enough in their viewpoint, in their perspective. They're keeping their eyes closed and staying trapped in their mind instead of having this expansive Jupiterian mindset. Now, 6 of Pentacles with the Tower. Someone could be realizing that they have not been getting what they deserve. They have not been getting what they deserve. You know, 6 of Pentacles is about giving and receiving. It's about exchange, okay? And I often see it reversed. It's like someone's been, you know, whether or not it's love or money or time or energy, someone's putting in more than they're getting back. Or someone's getting a lot more than they're putting in. Someone's getting a lot more than they're putting in, and someone's not getting enough. Someone's breadcrumbing someone. Now, we often see that with the... Let's get my Rider-Waite. I just want the Rider-Waite. We often see that in the 6 of Pentacles. You know, the Rider-Waite-Smith was the first one to do that, where we see... it's... You know, the church used to be the one that gave the welfare, right? So we see them giving them coins, okay? And it's just like a little bit. It looks almost like breadcrumbs, all right? But this is something that I've been thinking of lately. Breadcrumbs lead you home. Whoever decided to start saying that someone's breadcrumbing someone and that's not a good thing? Because the breadcrumbs are a good thing in the original story of Hansel and Gretel. It's a good thing. It helps guide her back home. Oh my god, I just cut to the Hierophant. I have to show you guys this. One of my favorite artists, because I'm wearing his shirt today, one of my favorite local artists, but also one of my favorite artists in general. This is his Hansel and Gretel. It's kind of bad with the glass. His Hansel and Gretel piece. He didn't even know that this was based off of Hansel and Gretel. I had to tell him because I used to love this image too. It's from the original Hans Christian and Andersen. Obviously it's an adaptation of the original Hans Christian and Andersen, where the brother and the sister, you know, Hansel and Gretel, they're being guided by the angel across the bridge. Ugh, I love it so much. So, Red Eye Laboratories, guys. This is my favorite. Follow them. But anyway, breadcrumbs do lead us home. All right. So, this is weird. This is kind of weird. What's up, Sean? Yeah, but the tower coming with the Six of Pentacles, though, it really does feel like someone's not getting enough. Something's not balanced and someone's realizing that. Oh, shit. It's making the Queen of Wands feel very unconfident. And there's the Knight of Pentacles again. I do think it's just moving so slowly. Two of Cups. Yeah, I think it's just, ugh. Someone's like afraid they're getting breadcrumbed by someone, or feels like they're getting breadcrumbed by someone. They're feeling left out in the cold. They're feeling like they're abandoned. They're really not seeing clearly, and that's what's making them unconfident with the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups clarifying the Queen of Wands. Seven of Cups it's like my Neptune card about delusion and confusion, fogginess. So someone might not be seeing clearly. It could also be that the Queen of Wands has a lot of options. You know, there she is again. I just fucking cut the deck to her. That's got to be confirmation. She might have a lot of options, you know, but here's the Empress. What is up with this? Okay, let me see. Let me get a little bit more on this Knight of Pentacles coming out twice. It's the slowest moving knight. Someone's just taking their sweet old time. The Ace of Pentacles is coming upright at the end of the reading. I mean, at the last card that we pulled, right? Why is it this dude? This fucking deck is weird. So that this Ace of Pentacles is showing up too. There is possibility for something stable. There is this potential here. But something's not being seen. Queen of Wands. So we got our Torchbearers present. Could be a Leo. Doesn't have to be. You know? I'm not seeing the King yet. Oh, there's the Eight. Whoa. Okay. I think this is the Queen. We got the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. Someone's waiting on some sort of communication. Someone has been waiting on some sort of truth. Some sort of clarity. Some sort of justice in a situation. Okay? Someone's like really just holding on. It could be that someone's being really stubborn, but I think it's just like they're waiting. We waiting. King of Wands. Okay, so I think the Queen is probably waiting on the King. It's going to be different for everyone. I think the Queen is waiting on the King. So this is kind of important. I do like what the Rider-Waite-Smith did here. There's something important about this. Look at the way. They're both very equal. Okay, it's important that they're seeing eye to eye. It's important that they're balanced, that they're rising up together. But look at his hand. He's reaching out to her. Because that's the active element. When we're fully ready, okay, to be divine masculine and divine feminine, woo! Then the divine masculine goes forward. He's the active one. So when they're ready to be emperor and empress, truly emperor and empress, then he reaches out. And she accepts. Let's clarify this tower again. Yeah, see, like, some of these decks, you know, I just go back to the Rider-Waite. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, motherfuckers. Nine of Pentacles again. She is sitting back. This is the Empress energy, okay? We need to be at the 9 before we can be at the 10, all right? She is sitting back. She is waiting. She is in her pleasure gardens. Okay, well, what about, you know, okay, so with the divine counterparts, which we're obviously doing another divine counterpart reading. Every fucking day. Too much. Maybe you had too much too fast. Someone's tripping. Someone is tripping. Thinking too much. much. Thinking too much. Thinking too much. Okay, we got to calm our minds right now. Right now. Having Uranus and Gemini, it's either going to make or break us. Either we're going to overthink, okay? And this happens with the collective awakening too. Either we see the signs, when we start to see the connections, when we start to see the unraveling of the illusion, then we can either read into it way too much. We can either read into that shit way too much, or we can have some fucking faith. Keep perspectives open. Keep your perspectives open, motherfuckers. God. Sorry. Toad's getting angry. Someone's just stuck in their head. Stuck in their head, and it's making them so they don't have an open perspective. Okay, I'm going back to the divine counterpart thing. Because and this goes for any relationships. We can get out of our head this whole, like, is it a twin flame? Is it a soulmate? Is it a karmic? No, if you are in alignment, it doesn't matter who the person is that you vibrate and come into union with. If it's good, it's good. It doesn't matter if it's a soulmate. It doesn't matter if it's a twin flame. But if you want your person, your divine counterpart, that's why I just keep calling it that, all right? Then you need to come into alignment with yourself. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. If you're with a soulmate and you're not in alignment with yourself, it's going to be a tower. If you're with a karmic and you're not in alignment with yourself, it's going to be a tower. If you're with a twin flame and you're not in alignment, it's going to be a tower, motherfuckers. Okay? The only way is to love yourself. Okay? Truly they mirror each other. Truly they do. In opposite ways. They are complete opposite. And so, if that is true, the only way to heal the separation, the only way to come into union with your divine counterpart is to be completely in love and satisfied and whole within yourself. It is the only way. That is the only way. We can do that with other people that are not our divine counterparts. It's going to end up in a tower moment, okay? Any relationship, if you go into it with a not full cup, then it's going to drain the fuck out of you. It's going to be a tower, all right? There needs to be this surrender. There needs to be what's that? The Magician with justice. We have all of the power. Okay, so there's also a situation here where someone doesn't believe that they can have it. Obvi. They don't believe that they can have what they really want. Get the clarity. You can have anything that you want. That's what's keeping you stuck in your head. It could be that someone's just been so hurt before. So hurt. But they want this. Maybe they had a marriage before. Someone could have had a divorce. Gone through a divorce. Justice. And they've been stuck in their head because of that. Because it's just like they're fucking defeated. They feel fucking defeated. Yeah. It's time to get over that shit. Your castle awaits you. Get excited. Get excited now. So, again, back to the divine counterparts. When this is the case, I'll put these back. You have to assume the position. Assume the position already. Assume the position of being the emperor. Assume the position of being the empress. Know it's you. That's how we become. Like, the way that we manifest, all right, is by just getting ourselves in the vibrational frequency, okay? The more that we just believe that we are what we want to be, the sooner we become it. Be sure. Be sure. Ten of Cups. Justice. And the Six of Wands. Oh, and now I just cut. Dang. I need to announce it. It needs to be, like, this is your destiny. This is your destiny. It's gonna help with all kinds of things. Ten of fucking Cups, guys. Justice again. Four of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so I say a lot. There's this toadism. I say, and it's it's kind of embarrassing for me to say any of this shit as Jess. God. Duh. Alright, so here's the thing. You need to relax your mind. One thing that I do always say is that we all want the Ten of Pentacles and we all want the Ten of Cups. And if you say that you don't, then you're lying. And that's not to say that we all want, like, the same picture perfect white picket fence, happily ever after, the wife and 2.5 kids, that sort of thing. Spouse, the kids, the dogs. But the energy of this, the energy of going after stability and commitment, is to relax your mind. So there's something here where this couple is stressing. They're really stressing themselves out. And they're staying in this like confusing, deluding state when there is so much love. They're standing at the crossroads still. There needs to be movement forward. They need to express it. They need to express it so that they can relax their minds. That's what I'm getting. Justice again. The Hierophant. Okay, overall, I think this seems like someone's losing confidence in a love connection. Someone might be getting tired of waiting, but they're worried that they're getting breadcrumbed and that it's going to lead them nowhere. But with these aces coming out when I say, is the breadcrumbs leading you home? These are my yes cards. These are my yes cards. So we're going to have to get some messages from the animals. Let's get a little bit more, because this is a little confusing. Jaguar. I don't know what that's about. Jaguar. Oh, it's a jaguar. It's a jaguar. 1:11 on the clock. Jaguar. Mountain lion. Wow. That is some crazy shit right there. We got some fierce felines on our hands today. Bye-bye canines. Hello kitties. Hello kitty. Hello kitty could be significant. I love Hello Kitty. Where my book at? Where my book at? Maybe this is the Queen of Swords reversed. Maybe she's like integrity, impeccability, and then mountain lion. Someone's got to, yeah, that's the Justice. That's why Justice keeps coming out. Someone needs to have integrity. Leadership. Okay. Yep. This is what it's about, guys. This is what it's about. The lack of clarity. The lack of clarity is causing the Queen of Wands to lose confidence. That's the Seven of Cups. Okay, what does that say? The Conjurer. Interesting. This is what I was talking about. Yeah, see, someone's worried that someone is being sneaky, someone could be worried about someone lying, cheating, or stealing, or getting one over on someone. And so there needs to be some sort of clarity. I think on both ends, because that's going to cause peace. There needs to be peace. Yeah, there needs to be communication. And because someone feels like they're not getting what they deserve. And we need to get what we deserve. Okay? So if Mr. King of Wands is not showing enough, and she feels like she's getting breadcrumbed, okay? Even if the breadcrumbs leads you home, it could cause a tower moment. It could cause a tower moment if you're not clear. If you're not clear about where you're headed, all right? You guys are divinely protected. And that's what I was saying with that Four of Swords, with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. It just needs to be established. That's why the Four of Wands came out too. That's what the Four of Wands really is for me. It's like that. I use that to establish, like, okay, when you're ready to start building, when we make a decision at the level of the Lovers, we start to build something. And what we start to build is either something that is going to be built to last, this is a totemism, or it's going to come down at the level of the Tower, okay? The only way to make it last is to do the Four of Wands thing. And the Four of Wands thing, to me, no, it doesn't have to mean marriage. Some people are going to read it like that. They're going to say, oh, it's a twin flame card. Oh, it's this, it's that. Like, yeah, okay, here it is. But to me, this is about being open and being honest and laying everything out on the table, keeping the foundation clear. Because if there's things that are kept in the walls, then it's going to build up and it's going to blow out the top like a tower. Okay? This is when we establish what we want. We say, these are my needs. These are my boundaries. This is what I'm working on and what I'm going through. Like, do you have the tools to provide me with my needs? Do you have the respect for my boundaries? Can you handle my shit? What do we need here? It just needs to be established so that they can calm their minds. All right? Nothing even needs to change. Here's the Empress. Queen of Cups. Guys, she's in love. She's in love. Don't be afraid of a heartbreak. Okay? Emperor and Empress. You need to move forward. You need to move forward from 6 to 7. There needs to be a new beginning. Jaguar medicine is integrity and impeccability. Its mission is to devour the unclean aspects of human behavior. Jaguar teaches us the penalties of inappropriate behavior and offers the rewards of good medicine to those who stand in their personal integrity and walk through life in an impeccable manner. Justice. Do not falter in your resolve to be your personal best at all times. Maintain your dignity, devotion, and compassion, holding to forthrightness and honesty, no matter what the contrary influences. Do not feed any self-important need to be an enlightened one, treating others in a self-righteous manner. Jaguar medicine teaches you that personal integrity allows for mistakes, embraces forgiveness, and humbly makes self-directed corrections, allowing a rebalanced spirit to triumph once again. This is what is needed if you are really going to become the emperor or the empress, depending on who this is, right? There needs to be honesty and integrity. I have been seeing this a lot lately with Justice coming out. Yeah, she's like Justice, okay? There needs to be, oh my God. Yeah, look, they need to come together. They've been so cold. They've been so cold and kind of ignoring each other. But there needs to be a reunion. There needs to be a coming together of the masculine and the feminine, the emperor and the empress, the 4 and the 3, okay? There needs to be a moving up. There needs to be a building. But there needs to be clarity. There needs to be clarity around a situation that someone might feel bad about. Someone could have lied about something. Someone could have done something to hurt someone. Someone could have said something that they didn't mean, okay? But it's time to make amends for that. That's what justice is, okay? You kind of have to do it because in the age of air, karma is going to be more intense. Karma is going to be, it's going to come quicker, all right? We're going to feel it more because we can't unsee it. We can't unsee it. You feel bad about something, you need to go make amends. You need to extend, okay? You need to get this shit off your chest. You need to get this shit off your back because it is weighing you down, all right? There is something here that is fucking needed. You need to surrender. You need to surrender. You need to let go. You need to face your fears, okay? It's very important. This is the way that we become leaders because we're not going to be, you can't be a leader if you don't have integrity, okay? You can't. So that's why we also have leadership coming up with Mountain Lion. Leadership. By observing the graceful pounce of Mountain Lion, you will learn how to balance power, intention, physical strength, and grace. This relates in human terms to the balance of body, mind, and spirit. Body, mind, and spirit. The great feline never wastes anything. It only kills what it needs for survival. The female lion is the hunter who graces her table in a style akin to the mother energy. If Mountain Lion has come to you in dreams, it is time to stand on your own convictions and lead yourself where your heart takes you. Others may choose to follow, and the lessons will multiply. We're the torchbearers. I mean, Mountain Lion, guys, like this is the lion of the natives, of the Native American. This is the Leo energy. That's why it's leadership. This is the torchbearers. This is the torchbearers, okay? If you want to be a leader, if you want to be a torchbearer, then you have to do this. You have to have integrity. You have to have impeccability. You have to be impeccable with your words. That's one of the 4 agreements, guys. Oh, if you don't know about the 4 agreements, simple teachings. Simple teachings that will take you very, very far. Thank you, Deepak. What are they, you may ask? Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. And always do your best. There's a reason why I needed to pick this up too. Because these are the 4 agreements that we need. 4. The 4 pillars. All right? This is what we can stand on. Are you being truthful? Are you fucking making assumptions? Are you taking things personally? In assuming the place of power the Mountain Lion affords, you must constantly be aware of keeping peace. However, you can never make everyone happy unless you lie to yourself or others. This is exactly what I was just saying. This is human nature. Therefore, the first responsibility of leadership is to tell the truth. Know it and live it, and your example will filter down to the tiniest cub in the pride. Responsibility is no more than the ability to respond to any situation. Panic is not a part of this sacred medicine. Someone needs to announce what they want. 6 of Wands. Someone needs to be truthful and honest and clear with their words. Someone needs to extend. Justice needs to be served. We need to surrender. Okay, that's the first card that I saw.